Hello, Cancer, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your connection to the person that you have been dealing with, that you are needing to learn the most from right now. We're looking at all three sides of the connection. We've got your energy toward it, their energy toward it, and the energy in between it. The concept being that there are three sides to every story. So looking at your version of the truth, their version of the truth, and this higher level unbiased truth in the middle, really looking at what is the purpose of this connection and what is the best way to move forward in order to align further with your higher self. As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second, but I have a different tarot deck that we'll be diving into for each side of this connection already shuffled, as well as the deck that I'll be using, the advice deck that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they will not resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. On that note, these energies can absolutely be swapped. So if you resonate more with the energy to my right than to my left, or if you are a cross watcher, then vice versa, just know that is totally fine and totally normal. The point of these readings, again, is for you to take what helps and leave what doesn't. All right, Cancer, I'm pretty sure this is talking about a past connection here, or at least one that has ended. Because on your side of this connection, which, in my readings, because I do try to pull the messages between you and the person that you are needing to learn the most from at this time. So that doesn't mean someone that you're currently dealing with, but it could be a situation that has happened that you're still needing to learn from. So I kind of feel like that's what this is, because you have Death with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So there was, on your side, it looks like this connection has ended with the Death. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you're having a hard time getting your footing again, regrounding yourself, finding some stability since this connection ended and since everything kind of took place. And I feel like a lot of the reason why that's the case is because I do feel like there are some things that still need to be addressed or healed or recognized, or a perception change that's needed in some way, shape, or form. So hopefully this reading brings us to those answers. Now, this person has divine masculine with the 8 of Cups. So couple of things. When I'm doing these readings, I often feel like the feminine energy is to my left and the masculine energy is to my right. That does not have anything to do with gender. We all have feminine and masculine energies within us, so take that as it resonates. But then furthermore, what I see is that this connection, and probably why you've been so affected by it, is a direct reflection of the masculine energy within you. So really what I feel like this connection did was reflect to you a lot of the deeper unhealed parts of yourself and kind of brought those to the surface through this connection. I do feel like this person walked away. Someone walked away in this connection. Again, this connection has ended. Someone walked away. And I feel like that's why it's been so hard to get back to a feeling of stability, or even like a point of being able to move forward, or whatever the case might be for you. Now, in between this connection, you have Lucky with the 3 of Wands. I really like this message, because what this is saying is that whether or not you can see it yet, you are actually very lucky for meeting this person and for going through what you are right now. You might hear that and be like, hell no, no way, you're wrong. Bear with me, because with this 3 of Wands here, it's very obvious that this connection pushed you very far out of your comfort zone. But if you look at this, it's like what this connection is doing is it's actually opening up a whole new world for you here in some way, shape, or form. I don't know what exactly that means yet, but I do definitely feel like this connection's purpose in your life was very intentional, and that you and this person were absolutely supposed to meet. So let's dive in and see what Gosh, I feel like everything is so crooked right now, and I don't know why. All right, let's see, Cancer, what you are dealing with. Let's start by looking at your side of this connection. You have Death with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is Cancer's side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Cancer's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. One more. It says for Cancer's side of this connection. This Cancer side of the connection to the person they are dealing with. Cancer side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Nine of Wands in reverse, Two of Swords in reverse, yeah, Six of Swords in reverse. I mean, these are two energies of like feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. And then you have this Nine of Wands in reverse. It feels like this connection has become a pretty big obstacle for you in terms of like your emotional and just kind of like overall well-being. And I feel like, I don't know, I really feel, and maybe we'll get some cards to validate this, but I do really feel like what's happening in this connection is happening for the best for you, because I do feel in some way this connection is helping you. I don't know if it's like level up or grow or release some unhealed trauma, should you choose the healing route, right? Because not everyone heals from things that hurt them. Sometimes people can become the people that hurt them or allow that hurt to like kind of ruin them in a way. I was going to say that, but that sounds really intense. But seriously, I mean, if you take the route of healing, which I feel like if you are watching my readings, then you probably are because of the nature of them. Um, but if you're taking the route of healing, I really feel like a lot of good can come from the pain that you are currently going through when it comes to this connection. Because I feel like whoever the Cancers that I'm speaking to, I feel like kind of want to be done with this in some way. Like you definitely, it's not necessarily you want to be like done with this person, because you could still very much have, feelings for them or care about them, but it's like you want the way that you feel to be done. Like the way that you're feeling right now, I feel like has been something that you've been struggling with for a while. This is Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. This is Cancer side. The Nine of Cups, the Hermit. Apologize for being sniffly today. Don't know what's going on. I feel fine. I want more on this Nine of Cups. There's a part of you that still wants this connection. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, for lack of a better word, you are a little bit hung up on this. Not that I'm not trying to make that seem like you're, I don't know. I don't want that to be taken as like anything judgmental. I do feel like there's a part of you that's hung up on this. Now, the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's saying that there's an imbalance of priorities and you're not seeing things clearly. But bear with me. Again, just please bear with me during this reading, because I really feel like a lot of good is going to come from it. You might not necessarily be hung up on the person, but you could still be really hung up on what happened, carrying a lot of anger, a lot of resentment. This person is still directly affecting your life, even if you don't want them to. Like their decisions are still affecting you. And I feel like you're at a point where you no longer want that to be the case. But I feel like it's easier said than done, right? And so what I'm seeing is with the Hermit here, there's a need to dig a little bit deeper into what's really going on in this connection and what is really being brought to the surface, because I feel like there's a deeper reason that this person was in your life. And I feel like on some level you know that. And that does not mean that this is supposed to be like a romantic connection that you're with forever. That's not what I'm saying. And just because they've had a deeper purpose in your life, that does not mean that they will return to your life either. I want to make that very, very clear, especially when we're dealing with those connections that kind of wake us up, make us face the parts of ourselves that we don't really like. Those connections can be very eye-opening in a lot of ways and can help move us forward to the people that are supposed to be in our life. But when someone has a deeper purpose in our life, that doesn't necessarily mean that means that they're supposed to be a part of it. So bear with me there too. All right, Cancer side of this connection. I feel like we're uncovering piece by piece what's going on here. All right, Cancer side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Four of Cups in reverse, Emperor in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups in reverse, Five of Pentacles, oof, Ten of Swords. Okay. This Four of Cups in reverse is similar to that Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's not necessarily talking directly about priorities, though. It's more that the focus needs to be adjusted on what really matters. Right now, you're in this Emperor in reverse kind of energy. You want things to be in this connection different than how they are. Maybe you want this person to come back and apologize. You want them to see your worth. You want them to see what they've done to you. You want them to take accountability. Like, who knows, right? But the more that you focus on this, what you feel like you need actually from this person, the more that you are actually putting your healing in their hands. And you're saying, I am not going to be okay. I'm not going to be healed. I'm not going to be able to move on from this. I'm never going to be able to be loved or find the love that I deserve unless you do XYZ. And when we do that, we really keep ourselves from the growth and the opportunities here with Ace of Pentacles that are really truly meant for us, because we're putting our happiness or overall well-being into someone else's hands. And so I feel like there's a little bit of trying looking at this person as if you feel you still need them in some way, shape, or form. Even if that doesn't mean that you like need them in your life, but maybe you still feel like they owe you something, an apology, an acknowledgement, like I said. And though they very well might, if you were to ever accept them back into your life, you do not need anybody's apology or recognition of the fact that they hurt you in order to heal. And I feel like it's really important that I don't think that message is spread in this tarot community all that much. I think a lot of these readings can really be focused on, oh, this person misses you, they're thinking about you, all of this stuff, which really keeps us focused on the other person instead of ourselves. Now, these connections that reflect a lot of our own deepest traumas and pain back to us, the purpose is to turn that light inward, to turn the healing inward, and to no longer direct your focus to the person, but to self. And so I get it. I get why you are where you're at, but you're wanting to feel better, right? You're wanting to feel grounded again. You're wanting to feel even maybe like safe again, or okay again, or like you're going to be okay again. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you direct your focus and your healing back to yourself. Cancer side of this connection, I feel like there might be some people out there that's not all of that happy with this reading right now. Queen of Swords in reverse with the Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Swords in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So that's the biggest thing. What you've done, and we've all had to have, if you've been in relationships before, then you've had a tendency to do this most likely, where we look at someone as our only potential to be happy. And we say that person was supposed to be our Ten of Cups. That person was supposed to be my person, my forever person, my twin flame, my soulmate, however we decide to label them. And the purpose of a lot of these connections oftentimes actually isn't romantic. It's to wake you up. It's to make you take a look at the ways that you have allowed yourself to accept less than you deserve. It's to bring up, limiting beliefs that you have about yourself and about love. It's to make you address the parts of yourselves that need to be healed, that you're trying to heal through this person. The purpose is deeper, but I feel like what's happened here is you've kind of attached your potential happiness, or you're saying, if this person doesn't love me, or if this person doesn't see my worth, then I'm never going to be loved, or I'm never going to be worthy. And what that does is that actually closes off your heart to the plan that the universe really has in store for you. Because remember, what we started this reading talking about is that the fact that this connection was in your life with Lucky and the Three of Wands is actually kind of a blessing, whether or not you can see it right now. Now, you're having a hard time tapping into your intuition with the High Priestess in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. And that's why things have remained stagnant, is because right now there's a lack of listening to divine guidance. And instead, you're listening to your pain and what you feel your pain needs. Now, that makes plenty of sense, right? Of course, your pain is going to be louder than the voice of healing, especially if it's as intense as it can be in these connections. But I feel like what's needing to happen right now is shifting your focus on what you cannot control, what's out of your control, which is going to be this person's movements, choices, decisions, actions, healing, all of it. Words, you cannot control this person. What you can control is you and your healing and your response to how this person moves. And so the more that you try to direct your focus back to self and that you direct it away from this person, first of all, the better you're going to feel, because you're going to start to realize that this person doesn't have to have that much control over you anymore. This person doesn't have to be the source of so much pain for you anymore. You do have the power to heal yourself and to move forward in pretty amazing ways. And, for me, and for those of you who are new to my channel, I like to share my personal experiences because I feel like I can relate to a lot of these energies that do come through. I dealt with a pretty karmic connection, believed this person was my twin flame, still kind of have that belief because of his impact in my life. He woke me up, he put me on a spiritual path. I used to be a financial advisor in a past life, and now I read tarot on the internet. So I was a pretty analytical, logical person, and I did a complete 180 because of this connection. And it took me a really long time to learn that person's purpose in my life was actually to lead me to the life I have today, which is beyond anything I ever would have felt I was capable of experiencing. And so what I'm getting at is that sometimes we have a tendency to attach our happiness to certain outcomes in certain people. And we say, if this doesn't work out the way that I expect or the way that I want, or if this person doesn't love me or see my value, I'm never going to be loved or valued. And we can close ourselves off to the wonderful life that the universe really does have in store for us. So right now is a time to open up to bigger perspectives that are greater than just what you think, how you think things should go, or what you think should come of this. Because I do feel like the healing aspect and the growth and the what you're able to learn from this connection, that is all going to take you to some pretty cool heights as long as you let it. Right? Cancer side of this connection. Cancer side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Yeah, it's your expectations. 10 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Swords, and then the 5 of Cups on the back of the deck. What is meant for you will never, ever pass you. What is meant to be in your life will always find you as long as you are open to it. There is not going to be a time in your life where you have ruined your chance at happiness. Okay, that is something that is so vitally important for you to understand. You have not ruined your happiness. You have not closed the door on what is possible for you in love. You have not lost the only chance you had at love. You have not lost anything at all. That does not take away from the fact that you feel you have. So I'm not trying to downplay those feelings, and I'm not trying to say that you are not valid in the way that you feel. What I'm trying to say, again, trying to shift that perspective from that perspective of everything is happening to you to everything is happening for you can drastically change your life. And I feel like what's happening in this connection is you're focusing so much on what you feel you've lost in this, and what you've lost is the potential that you saw in this, right? What you've lost is that potential of what you thought this could be. You haven't actually lost anything, anything concrete. And again, that's not me downplaying the loss that you feel. But when you look at the from the universe's perspective, if you will, you're able to see that the universe will always open doors for you every single time a door closes. And that's kind of what I feel like. What keeps coming to mind is like, if one door closes, like another opens, and if it doesn't, then find a window, right? And it's almost like this opens like a window for you in ways that you aren't able to comprehend right now because you are kind of stuck in the pain of this connection. But there's a lot that I feel like, I really feel like this purpose of this connection in your life could take you again to like some like whole new kind of world or experience of living life. Now, there are connections in our life that are built to do that for us. They're built to wake us up. They're built to give us so much pain and so much suffering that it cracks us open and shines light on the aspects of us that need to heal. And then those, the healing that is done if we choose to do it. Because again, you can either choose to become the person that hurts you, let your pain kind of control you, or you can choose to heal it, focus on what you can control and move forward. And if you do that, if you take that route and that path, there is always a purpose for the pain that we are put through, especially in these kinds of connections. And so I do understand you're feeling a loss, but with the Four of Cups in reverse, again, it's almost like the universe is constantly saying in this connection, the focus needs to shift. The perspective needs to shift. There needs to be a different mindset when it comes to what the purpose of this connection was in your life, so that you can open yourself up to where this really can take you. You have the Five of Cups with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, right? That same Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The sadness that you feel, it's overwhelming and it's hard to move forward from this. And I completely understand that. But at the same time, you've got to feel it to heal it, right? So a lot of what you're going through right now is healing things that you might not have even known need to be healed, unless it was, unless this connection brought them to the surface. And so I do feel for you, and I can certainly say that I've been there with people in my life that I thought, specifically one person, where I thought that I was never going to be happy or loved or ever care about anyone else more than I cared about them, or ever in a better place than I was when I was with them. And I could not have been further from the truth. So trying not to focus on how you think things should go. There's a quote that I love. It's peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is, as opposed to as you think it should be. When you lean in faith and you have that peace that the universe always has your back in every single situation, then you can learn that you're going to make mistakes and things are going to happen, but that does not mean that you have closed the door or ruined your chance at happiness, or that your chance of happiness has been taken from you, no matter how much it does feel that way. All right, Cancer's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Cancer's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. Those didn't mean to come out. I don't like, those fell out. They didn't come out. This is Cancer's side of this connection to the person they are dealing with. I had someone say they don't like when I do that, but if they're supposed to come out, they will again. Okay, Devil in reverse, High Priestess. Okay. Your intuition is trying to help you work through this Ten of Swords, because I see this as a painful energy. Ten of Swords isn't always a bad energy, but though it can be very painful, but it can also represent the end of intense cycles or painful situations as a whole. And so what I'm getting at here is, with this Devil in reverse card, the Devil is a card of attachment, and attachment can stem from the belief that we need someone else in order to be happy, that we need something in order to be okay or safe, or loved, or whatever the case is. And your intuition is trying to help you release the attachment to this person. Now, your ego is going to try to keep you attached to this person as much as possible. And it's going to be the loudest voice that you have within you, because it's going to try to trick you into staying in the painful cycle that you've been stuck in with this person for possibly quite a while now. And so there's a need to learn to decipher between your intuition and your ego, and make sure that you're understanding that your intuition is always going to lead you to choosing yourself, to healing, to taking the route that is probably going to be the hardest route for you to take, and to stop looking for other people to bring you the peace that already exists within you. Now, I say that to say that this connection and the way that these energies, I can already tell, are interacting, that this person, being the reflection of the divine masculine within you, you look at them as a way to complete yourself. And so you're looking for them, in them, what lacks within you, what you feel you lack within you, because you don't actually lack anything within you. So you probably feel like you have never loved anyone more than you have loved this person. You probably feel like you have never hurt as much as you do with this person, but that is because you are in a relationship with a part of you that you are learning to love within. So there's a lot. This is a deep reading, and there's a lot going on here, and I hope that some people have bared with me, because I do know that this isn't your typical love reading. All right. Even for my channel, this isn't really all that typical. Okay, let's hop on over to this person's energy toward Cancer. You have the Divine Masculine with the Eight of Cups. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. What Cancer needs to know about this person's energy toward them? One more. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. This person actually has quite a bit of guilt regarding how they handled this connection. Because the Empress in reverse is like this energy of like not putting you first, not prioritizing you, not looking out for you. But they've suppressed a lot of this guilt. So I feel like they're aware on some level of the role that they played, but I also feel like they're not in a place to face that role quite just yet. So you might be looking for them to take accountability, but it doesn't look like that is happening. All right, this person's energy toward Cancer. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. See, there's that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And look at this Nine of Cups. I mean, this is some mirrored freaking energy right here. Okay, and then the Two of Cups with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So here's the thing. They did want this to work. I don't think that they had poor intentions. I don't think they went into this expecting things to happen the way that they did in this connection. I feel like they know, with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, they know that you're struggling as much as you are right now. And I don't feel like that's what they intended. Like, I don't feel like this person gets joy out of the fact that you're struggling. They might get joy out of the fact that you're still feeding their energy, but on some level, that's not necessarily what they want, right? I feel like this person isn't at the same level as you emotionally. And so I feel like if they kind of ran from this connection, it probably was because they didn't know how to handle the way that it made them feel. Because if this is the most that you've ever felt for someone, right? That same kind of energy might come out for them too, and they might not know how to handle that. For you, you might be ready for that. You might want that kind of intensity. You might want to settle down. You might be willing to be vulnerable. And this person might not have had any idea how to handle that. And so most likely what they did instead was sabotage it. Though I haven't seen the Knight of Wands in reverse. All right, this person's energy toward Cancer. See, they're in an energy right now of trying to distract themselves from this. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They're doing what they can to distract themselves from this for sure. And there they are coming up as the Emperor again. Yeah, this person is a direct reflection of you. I mean, seeing all these emperors and empresses here. They know they took you for granted. But remember, when I do these readings, I'm reading a lot of the subconscious here. I'm reading below the surface. So they might know that, but not really be facing that or necessarily wanting to do anything about that. And you might be waiting around for that. And I don't think that that's something you want to do, because who knows how long it's going to take for this person to actually face up to the reality that they're spending a lot of time distracting themselves from. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. So there you are. King of Swords in reverse, the Tower. I don't think they treated you very well, Cancer. There could have been some manipulation here. Because there you are, and then this King of Swords in reverse, which you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, because you have the Queen and King of Swords. You don't have to be. Then you have this Tower. It's almost like they know. They know they didn't treat you well. They might actually feel in some level that you're better off without them, but too proud to actually admit that. With the King of Swords in reverse, I don't really like their energy towards you all that much. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. This person's energy toward Cancer. See, they're not taking any action to heal or to shift their perspective or to be vulnerable here. They're not taking any action to do that. And I think that's the hardest thing is you might be waiting on them to do that. You might be waiting on them to heal or acknowledge that they hurt you or to apologize or to do something to fix the pain that they caused. You cannot look to the people who have hurt you to be the solution to that pain. Unfortunately, that is just not how it goes. Because if you think about it, what if this person did come back and apologize? First of all, you're going to go, yeah, I know you hurt me. I'm still hurting. And that apology is not going to help anything. It's not going to make anything better. It's not going to, this person seeing your worth isn't going to heal you. But oftentimes we can feel like that's going to be the case. Like if they just loved us or saw our worth or decided to choose us, we think that can make all of it go away. But it won't. It will just keep you stuck in the same cycle that you are with this person because there's no healing that's been done on a deep level on both sides to be able to make these two energies come back together in a healthy way. This person is pretty stuck in their ways. I feel like they're probably repeating a lot of pretty negative behaviors and cycles in their life. And Cancer, it's not your burden to bear. If you focus on healing and you focus on moving forward and you focus on trying to find your way into the life that you are ultimately deserving of, the best revenge is living well, right? This person's karma is going to catch up to them. They're going to have to face their stuff at some point or another. And that should not determine, you shouldn't feel like when that happens is the day that you're going to be happy. Because the more that you do that, again, the more that you're putting your healing and your happiness in this person's hands, and this person has had enough control over you already. They don't deserve any more. They don't deserve the control that they already have had over you. They certainly don't deserve any more control in the future. This person's energy toward Cancer, please. This person's energy toward Cancer. See, okay. And there's the Queen of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which we kind of talked about you having these unbalanced priorities. What you're not understanding is that this person has suppressed their own fears and their own insecurities about love. And this connection brought a lot of those to the surface for you, but this person's doing a pretty damn good job at not having to face theirs. But that's going to catch up to them because they have the Fool with this Two of Wands. It's like they're trying to move forward. They're trying to take steps forward. But this Nine of Swords that they're struggling with, it's going to catch up to them someday. But by that time, you will already be moved on living the life that you ultimately deserve. Now, whether or not this connection is supposed to come back in the future or not, I'm not here to answer that. I'm here to tell you what it is that you should be focusing on right now in your journey. And this whole reading is really guiding me to say, it's not this person right now. This person is not in a good place. They're not doing the healing. They're not doing the work. They're not focusing on themselves. They're repeating old behaviors, or they're distracting themselves. They're, it's not, and you're stuck on this person and wanting them to be someone that they aren't for you. And oftentimes when someone makes us feel unlovable and they hurt us and they betray us, we want that person to then be the source of our healing, but that is never how it's going to work, because you cannot heal in the same environment that hurt you. You have to heal on your own. But the healing that I feel like is going to be done because of the energy that we have in between this connection, the healing that can be done in this connection can move you forward to a life and relationships that are beyond what it is that you might even think is possible for you. This person might be the best you ever had. It might be the most you ever felt for someone, but that does not mean that it is as good as it gets, or that it's the best you're ever going to feel for someone. We often take our experience and we narrow our focus and say, this is all that's possible. What we've experienced is all that's possible. And we continue to repeat same patterns and same behaviors and same relationships because we think that what we've experienced is all there is to experience. But when we can open ourselves and our hearts up to the fact that this universe has a much bigger plan for us and wants us to have the love that we desire and wants us to have the life that we desire, then we can start to open up to the fact that we can have it and it exists for us. It just might not look the way that we think it should right now. But when you are able to get to that point in your life where you are healed and you are indifferent about the people who have hurt you, you will see that everything happened exactly as it was supposed to. All right, we're going to hop on over to the extended Cancer. You have lucky with this 3 of Wands. I'm going to pull 9 different messages, and then I have an advice card that I'm going to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Cancer, for your support of my channel. I know this reading was a little odd, so I hope that it resonated with someone out there. And as always, Cancer, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Cancer.